Hey, this is Judge bringing you some Black Ops 2 action, playing some hardcore kill confirmed on the map Carrier. Got a special friend in my lobby that I can't wait to tell you guys about, but I'll kind of mention him here a little bit later. I think you get to see him. I think I even team kill him. And speaking of team killing, I want to talk to you guys today about Advanced Warfare and what we know about the hardcore scene. Now, we do know it's old news that there is going to be a hardcore game mode in Advanced Warfare. What we don't know is what game that we're going to be playing and everything like that, and I don't think we exactly know even for core. But the thing that they just announced today, or the thing that just leaked today from Michael Condrey, is that the hardcore system that they're going to is the team kill option. And I tell you what, I'm not a big fan of the team kill option. That's what we have in Black Ops 2. That is, when I shoot a teammate, that teammate will actually die, as opposed to what we have in Ghost, where if I shoot a teammate, that damage is actually reflected back on me and I actually end up dying. Now, as I said, the Ricochet one is the one that I prefer, but let me know in the comments section which one that you would like to see, and let me tell you why I don't like the team killing option. Alright, first of all, if you ever play on Nuketown, and that's a little hint about the person that I'm playing with, but if you ever play on Nuketown and you call in like, Lightning Strike or Hellstorm Missile, I've had that where I've actually called that in and then seen my teammate spawn right underneath it, and all of a sudden I'm kicked right like that. Or also, you throw an electric grenade, or you're shooting and somebody just runs in front of you, you end up killing 3 people and you're out of the game. I know, especially if you're playing something like Domination that lasts a little bit longer than a typical TDM, 3 team kills is not hard to get, so I don't like that. Plus, I don't like the troll factor. If you've ever played hardcore, you get people that come in, mostly probably people like Kingdom Soldier. They'll come in with their 2 flashbangs or their 2 concussion grenades and just kind of spam you guys, and you really can't do anything about it. Otherwise, I've seen them when people are using Bettys. They'll go up and shoot a Betty and end up blowing up themselves, and before you know it, they do that 3 times and you're kicked from the game. So you got that whole kind of troll factor when you're dealing with this team kill option. Plus, they can shoot your dogs and kill them, and sometimes tags just don't show up, so you end up shooting somebody. So there's just a lot of things that can go wrong. Overall, I like the ownership to be on me. If I make a mistake and if I shoot somebody, I should be the one that pays for it. I should be the one that dies. If you have the ownership on the other team, you're at the mercy of basically 5 other people on your team that could be complete morons and just do idiotic things to get you team kicked or whatever. And there's an example of my friend Rex, who's the person that I'm talking about. He actually EMP'd me, and so now I got to deal with that. But I did team kill him right before this, so I forgot to mention that when I did that. But that's what you have to deal with. I want, if I make a mistake, I should be the one that pays for it. If somebody else makes a mistake, I don't want to be the one that pays for it. So that's why I'd like to see the Ricochet option be used. Now, I will say this, Ghost kind of messed up because they had the Ricochet option with the score streak. So there were so many times that I would call in a battle hind or place an IMS, and then an enemy would run right by where a friendly was. And I even had people that were on my team that would purposely sit by an IMS. That way, when an enemy came by it, it would go off and they would actually get killed, and so that would get you killed. So, there, right there is a troll factor. But, so many times my battle hind would hit somebody and knock me off my streak. It was just crazy. So what I'd like to see is, I would like to see the Ricochet, but without the score streak option. And I'd also like to see, when you actually shoot a friendly teammate, it actually be a lower damage that it does to that teammate. That way, if you start shooting somebody, it doesn't automatically just kill them as fast in hardcore. Maybe it takes, 3 times the amount of bullets, or it does 1/3 of the damage when you shoot a friendly. That way, you'd have to really mean it to actually take somebody out. And I'd also like to see some kind of different colored hit marker from when you're shooting friendlies, because a lot of times there are these instances where you're shooting somebody through smoke and their name tag doesn't show up, so you don't know you're hitting a friendly. If we could get a different colored hit marker with that lower damage, that would give us an opportunity to quit shooting them and not get ourselves killed. But that's a system that I'd like to see. Let me know in the comments section which one you would prefer, whether it's the team kill option or whether it's the Ricochet option, and how would you change it or how would you tweak it. Now, I have to be careful right here because I've already team killed Rex, as you saw earlier, and I did a lightning strike on Ranger, so I had to hold up on that lightning strike. I want to be very careful, or I wanted to be very careful and not get kicked from this game, but that's what I'm talking about. But shout out to my friend Rex. I get to play with this guy every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, but he is a level designer for Treyarch. Actually came up with the map Nuketown, which I know you've heard of, and also I'm sure you've heard of the map Raid. That happens to be my favorite map of all time, and I think he did Meltdown and Encore. He may have done some other ones, but I tried not to talk to him about Call of Duty or anything like that. For one thing, he's got a confidentiality agreement, so he can't disclose anything, but I'm sure he just gets sick of people talking to him about that and everything like that. But check out that 5-piece I got right there. But shout out to you, Rex. Great job on those maps. Can't wait to see what you do in the next Call of Duty. But this is where I'm going to end it. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. But guys, as always, take care and God bless.